Assalamu alaikum viewers. Today we are going to learn a new electrical element that is used in the electric circuits known as capacitors. So far we have been studying the circuit analysis, and the circuits contain only one element. There was a current source or a voltage source, and there was a resistance. We were dealing only with these circuit elements. Mainly there was only circuit element that was used, and it was resistance. But now there are two other elements that are used in power circuits, that are capacitors and inductors. Although there are semiconductor devices also that are known as transistors, diodes, but but in this lecture we are going to study our new electric element that is called capacitors. Capacitors are actually passive devices because they do not consume any power, rather they store electric power in the form of electric field. A simple parallel plate capacitors can be shown with the help of two parallel plates. These two parallel plates, they are separated by a distance with d, and these plates have a surface area A, and these two plates are connected with the source. One plate is connected with the positive side of a battery, other is connected with the negative side. So due to this voltage source, an electric field will be across these two plates, and there will be a charge separation on these two plates. One plate will be positively charged and the other plate will be negatively charged. There will be positive charges over here and there will be negative charges on this plate. This charge distribution creates a voltage difference between these two plates, and there is an electric field E between these two plates. This electric field stores energy. So a capacitor is a dynamic element involving the time variation of an electric field produced by the voltage. If the voltage is applied, there will be electric field produced in the capacitor. This electric field is a time dependent quantity, and it is equal to the charge stored at the plates divided by eta multiplied by area. This is the permittivity of the dielectric material. These two electric plates are separated with a distance d, and there is a dielectric medium that cannot be ionized. This is the permittivity of this dielectric medium. And in terms of voltage, this electric field can be written as voltage Vc of t divided by distance between these two plates. As the distance between these two plates will be increased, the electric field will be decreased. So there is an inverse proportion between electric field and the distance between these two plates. So we can equate these two equations. These two equations are equal to electric field. We can equate them to find the value of Q of t, the charge stored. Q of t will be equal to Vc of t divided by d multiplied by eta A. This term eta A divided by D multiplied by Vc of t is equal to Q of t. This is called the capacitance of this device. The capacitance is charge storing capacity of these two plates, the capacitance, and the units of capacitance are farad after the name of Michael Farad. Yes, the units are farad after the name of Michael Farad, a scientist, a physicist. Farad is a very large unit, mostly picofarad or microfarad are used to represent the capacitance of a capacitor. So Q is equal to, this is called capacitance, we represent it with C multiplied by V. Q is equal to CB. The current of this capacitor IC of T is equal to C dVCT by dt. The current is the differential of the voltage across the capacitor. So this equation shows that if the voltage is varying with respect to time, then there will be a flow of current through the capacitor. If there are constant voltages, the differential of the constant will be 0, so the current will be 0. So in order to maintain a flow of current through a capacitance, there must be a changing voltage across a capacitor. So this equation leads us to the result that the capacitor acts as an open circuit for DC power supply. If we connect a capacitor with a DC source, the current will be 0 because it will act as open circuit, no current will flow. What will happen when we apply a constant? This is the symbol for capacitor. When we connect it with the battery with a DC battery, the same voltage will appear across this capacitor. With the passage of time, this charge will be stored on this capacitor and the voltage of this capacitor will be equal to this battery, and after that the voltage will not be changing and no current will be passing through this capacitor, and in that case the capacitor will act as an open circuit. But if we apply a sinusoidal source over here, the voltage will be varying every time. Sinusoidal voltage is always varying, so in that case capacitor will act as a short circuit. For DC, capacitor is an open circuit for DC, and it acts as a short circuit for AC. And similarly, the voltage across the capacitor can be are equal to 1 over C integral the current I of t multiplied by dt. There can be a limit from 0 to t. So the voltage is the integral of the current. As current keep on flowing through this capacitor, the voltage will be increasing continuously. So with the passage of time, the voltage will keep on increasing and it will keep on charging itself. When the current will be decreasing, the voltage will decrease. So the voltage is the integral of current multiplied by 1 over C. And the other thing is, capacitors are passive device because they do not consume any energy. In the positive, for example, if we have applied a sinusoidal voltage across the capacitor, in the positive half cycle, the current is increasing, current is positive, it will keep on storing energy, and during the negative half cycle, it will deliver the energy. So in this way, the capacitor stores the energy and also deliver the energy, and they do not consume any energy. These are the passive devices. And the energy stored in the capacitor can be found using the formula energy stored is equal to 1 over 2 CV square. The voltage across the capacitor squared multiplied by C divided by 2 will give us the energy stored in the capacitor. So there are these 3 points main. Capacitor act as short circuit for alternating voltages, act as open circuit for DC. The current of the capacitor can be calculated using the differential of the voltage, and as far as the voltages are changing, there will be a current. So current is equal to C dV by dt, and the voltage is equal to 1 over C I dt, integral of I dt. I hope now you will have understand the concept of capacitors, how they work, and these are the 3 main formulas to find the current, voltage and the energy stored in the capacitor. Thank you.